And good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray. This is Black Success Magazine, the podcast. And welcome, everybody. It is Open Line Friday on Black Success Magazine, the podcast. I'm your host, Sherman Ray. We come to you each and every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 in the morning, about 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you'd like to check us out online, you just go to our website at blacksuccessmagazine.com, or you can email me at info@blacksuccessmagazine.com if you'd like to get your question for like Open Line Fridays on the broadcast. Please follow us, folks, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Apple Podcasts. Just go to your Alexa, which is your your smart speaker, and say, "Hey Alexa, I'd like to hear more about Black Success Magazine, the podcast." Today, as we said, it's Open Line Friday. Should be a fun day. I'm looking forward to the broadcast today because so much has happened. I mean, just so much has happened during the week, and this gives me a chance to find out what's going on in your lives. And generally on Fridays, we reach into our bag of emails that we get during the week, and we get quite a few of them. And we talk about and we get stuff that is just, some of it's related to success, some of it's not. But as if you would like at any time to get your question read on our show, just send it to me. Or during the week, what we do is we have a chat feature on our board, and I can actually see your questions. So, and there's a little delay, and that's probably why we don't spend a lot of time answering questions on air. But I do see them, and on occasion, like yesterday, what happened yesterday is we actually had a couple of questions, and we were able to answer those questions online. So don't hesitate. If today on Friday you would like to get a question in, just ask me, and we can definitely get that in. If you would like your name read on the air, and we can do that too, you just have to let us know that you'd like your name read on the air, and we can actually do that today too. So before we get started, one last thing. The magazine for Black Success Magazine is coming out in just a couple more weeks. If you would like to advertise in Black Success Magazine, and we blast that thing out all over the place, just send me an email. Send me an email to info@blacksuccessmagazine.com, and we'll talk about it, and we'll show you how to get involved in that. Okay, so let's start off, because I think I know we had a question. Oh, there it is. Okay, so our first question of the day comes from, who did it come from? Let's see. This came from Tanisha in Atlanta, the ATL. Thank you. The ATL. It's very cool. Her question is Tiger Woods. Many of you were a part of heard about Tiger Woods this week, and Tiger Woods early this week got in a car wreck, and when he right now the prognosis is he's going to heal. So, but he's got a broken, I think it's his right leg, that he had a broken leg. He's got a rod in his leg. He's also got some screws and pins in his foot, in his right foot. And they were asking questions about him to all of the players, and they were saying, "Hey, so what about Tiger Woods? How's he doing?" and that kind of thing. And to a man, they all said the same thing. And they said, "Hey, Tiger Woods, who cares if he plays golf again? We care about Tiger Woods." And so I think I think that's why. Thank you for starting with this question. It's a very good question to start with. The question is, what is Tiger Woods' effect on golf? Well, so here's the deal. Tiger Woods came on the scene, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And golf at that point was regarded as an old white guy's sport. You had a few black golfers that had played before, but you didn't have a lot of them. I mean, I think I can think of two off the top of my head. One was named Elder. The other one's name, there's only a couple of them. There's only a couple of black golfers that you could even remember off the top of your head. Tiger Woods came on the scene His first year, he kicked so much butt, it was ridiculous. Now, Tiger Woods, for those of you who don't know who he is like the greatest golfer ever. I think Tiger's in his mid 40s right now. But when he came on the golf scene, he started kicking butt, taking names. Won the Masters like in his first 2 years or whatever it was. Won more majors, hit more greens, did all kinds of stuff. And he made golf cool. So, what is Tiger Woods' effect on golf? One of the players actually said it really well. They said, look, the only reason why people come to the game is to watch Tiger Woods. That's really the only reason why they come. They don't come to see me, even though I'm the world's number one now, or I'm the best right now, whatever. They come to see Tiger Woods. That's it. He has put golf on the map. He brought golf back from it was dead. Golf was dead. Not just in America, globally. Globally, golf was dead. It was an old white guy sport, and it's not that it's not a fun sport or anything like that, but it didn't have that hip factor. It didn't have that youth. It didn't have that appeal that you needed for any sport to be. It's like if right now all of the heavyweights in football just weren't gone. If there was no Tom Brady, if there was no Patrick Mahomes, if there was no, you just think of the big guys in football, it'd be done. But think of a sport that was traditionally an old white guy sport, or you're Scottish or something like that, and you're trying to attract people on ABC, NBC, or CBS. Okay, it's not going to happen. Add Tiger Woods in the mix, it's all of a sudden it's off the chain. Tiger Woods, and we'll go on to the next question, because this, I think, thank you so much for this question. This is actually, Tanisha, I appreciate the question. This is how important Tiger Woods is to golf. 2019, he was coming off of back surgery. I had written him a note in 2018 to say, hey, how is he doing? I have his email address, and I was speaking with his manager. And I said, hey, how is Tiger doing? I'd like to interview him for Black Success Magazine. And he was just coming off of back surgery. He was just getting back into the game. And 2019 comes along, and he is playing for the Masters, and he's playing for these. And the entourage that was behind him, oh my gosh, I started crying. Literally, I was watching. I know I'm a macho guy, but the entourage that was behind Tiger Woods when he was walking down the 18th fairway to come to, it was tremendous. He had like 1,000 people behind him. This is unheard of, folks. This is what the effect of Tiger Woods has on golf. So that, and then he wins the Masters in 2019 after coming off back surgery. I mean, even with half a back, half a leg, half an arm, he's still Tiger Woods. Okay, that's what I'm just trying. That's all I'm saying. Okay, all right. Let's get off Tiger Woods right now. He's the bad man. He's the bad guy. But we all pray for Tiger Woods right now because he's hurt right now. This question comes from Max. He's in Illinois. What part of Illinois is he from? I don't know. He says, I'm starting a business. What should I do if my business partner and I don't see eye to eye? Okay. Wow, Max. That's I'm glad you're asking now. You haven't started the business. Have you signed paperwork? Okay, those are some questions I would want to ask you if I were in front of you. But if you and your business partner don't see eye to eye, I would call off the relationship. I wouldn't even start the business. I really wouldn't. There's being in bed with somebody, being a partner with somebody is a long-term proposition. And if you don't get this settled right now, and you two are not on the same page, it is going to not end well. It's all there is to it. Partnerships are, unless you have a really great relationship with a person and you've got great terms and your partner's in there just to support you, or you're in there to support your partner and you don't care about the money or anything like that, you're just there, it is going to end really badly. So I would say if you don't see eye to eye, This is pretty safe assumption. Don't get in the relationship. Just don't do it. Okay, that's this is spoken from somebody who knows. I've had a bad partner in a business. It didn't end well. It still hasn't ended well, and it I will forever remember that. Okay. Anyways, it's Open Line Friday, Black Success Magazine, the podcast. I'm your host, Sherman Ray. If you've got a question that you'd like to ask me, you can put it in the chat box right now. I do have a ton of more questions that have come in throughout the week. And but if you'd like to send me a question, just send it to me at info@blacksuccessmagazine.com, and I will get it and we'll read it on the air. I'll even read your name, and we can talk about whatever you're going through. If you'd like to follow us, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We do simulcast this broadcast on YouTube and on Facebook right now. So if you'd like to give us some constructive feedback, we'd love to hear it. And we've actually got a guy who comes on our YouTube channel on a pretty regular basis, not very constructive. So we really encourage you folks that if you've got something great to say, you've got something encouraging, something edifying, let me know about it. Okay, I love that kind of stuff. Other than that, we probably ignore your commentary. This question comes from Sheila. She's in Denver, so she's in Colorado. Is there any chance that you'll be doing any speaking in the future? Oh, well, that's very nice of you. Yeah, I will be. That's very interesting that you asked me that question, Sheila. That I have added to my portfolio. That I'm going to be doing some public speaking this year. As a matter of fact, I just thought about it. I just did one. I just did an event. It was called Black Heritage Month. It was a Black Heritage event for U.S. Bank here, and the U.S. Bank is like the 5th largest bank in the nation. And they asked me to speak. I was a part of a panel that talked about Black history, how we got started, how I got started, and some of my thoughts and views. And I really appreciate that. But yes, I will definitely be out there. If you'd like to, if you'd like me to come out and speak for your company, you think that I could do, definitely got great things to do. Just send me an email. Send me an email at info@blacksuccessmagazine.com, and we'll talk about it. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Sheila, for that question. Let's see what else we got here. This one's from Gabby. I wonder if that's Gabriella. She's in Houston. She says, how do you know if your business idea is a good fit? Got to be more specific on that one. But how do you know if your business is a good fit? Well, I guess you got two ways of answering this. One is it a good fit for you personally, or is it a good fit for the environment that you're in? Okay, I guess that'd be two. So let's address the first one. Is your business a good fit for you? I guess there's a couple of ways that you want to look at this. Do you have the temperament for your business? Are you in a business that does sales and you love sales? Yay. Okay, then that's a good fit for you. You could consider that being a good sign that's a good fit for you. If you don't like doing sales and you're in a sales job, probably not the best thing for you. I am not really good at sales. I don't like doing sales. It's not that I can't do sales, but if you ask me what is my wheelhouse, I think it's probably what I'm doing right now. Mine's writing and inspiring and encouraging. I can develop products all day long, and I love doing that. But if you're saying knocking on doors and making phone calls, probably not my most favorite thing. So personally, you got to look at your temperament. Got to look at, is it something that inspires you? Is it something you're getting up in the morning? I think in general, that's probably something you want to look at. As far as, is it a good fit for the market that you're in? There's tons of ways to figure that out. I mean, just tons of ways that you want to figure out. That you can do demographics, you can do focus groups, you can do, all kinds of surveys to find out if that's where your business should be at the time. Also, timing wise, is it a good fit? There's a lot of businesses that are opened up that just they opened at the wrong time in history. Let's say you have a business that was speaking about being vegan, and you opened it up in 1960. Probably didn't do very well. It's not that it wasn't it wasn't a good idea to have a vegan to eat as a vegan. Just timing wise, it wasn't good. So you got to start thinking about those things. And there's any number of ways that you can find out. So you got to be a little more specific with me, Gabby. I really appreciate the answer, though. And if you'd like to email me and we can converse about this a little bit more, definitely send it to me. Just send it info@blacksuccessmagazine.com, and I can we'll go into a little bit more and talk a little bit more. Also, anybody, if you are a business owner and you'd like me to consult with you and stuff like that, I am a consultant, and so well, I can definitely put you in the right direction. I've tell you folks, I've done this so long and spoken to so many business owners and been a part of mentoring for so long right now. There's really not too many businesses that I cannot help move in the right direction. If you are talking about getting on TV, if you're talking about writing a book, whatever you want to do in a business, really there's not too many businesses that I can't see and edify you and get you moving in the right direction. Matter of fact, last Thursday we had a networking event, and I might have mentioned this in a previous podcast, where I spoke to a young man, and he has a really great business. And I won't give you enough information to figure out who this person might be for those of you who might know this person. But he was stuck, just kind of stuck where he's at. And we spoke at length, and he was feverishly writing down the stuff I was telling him. And I don't tell you what to do, but I can tell you based upon what you are, what I hear from you, that I can probably help you. And I hope that did. And I know from experience that the stuff that I gave him was probably spot on for him. So if you'd like to contact me, just contact me at info@Black Success Magazine. We'll leave that up for just a second, info@blacksuccessmagazine.com, and we'll talk about how we can help you with your business or product development or something like that. So this question is from Marcus. He's in Gary, Indiana. He says, I'm an artist, but I'm having problems getting people to view my work. Any ideas? Oh, he's an artist. Oh, and you're having problems with getting people to view your work. Well, interesting, Marcus, that you are an artist. Artists, especially right now, content is king all over the place. Content is king in TV. Its content is king on websites. It's just more and more people are looking for great content to put on on their site. And tell you the truth, I would probably start doing a lot of stuff like that. I would start looking at people's businesses that need artwork. So like on my walls, I've got artwork all over my walls, but if I didn't have artwork on my walls, I would probably be looking for somebody to get artwork from, hint, to put on my walls. And literally during podcasts or something like that, your artwork would be in the back, something like that. If you'd like to send me some of your artwork, I'll tell you, I would do some product placement, stick it behind me. People look at these videos all the time, and great way to get your stuff out. I maybe do some affiliate stuff. Okay. So that's what we call affiliate stuff, where you're getting people to wear your stuff. Let's say you put your artwork on a t-shirt. Okay. Get it out there. There's any number of ways to get your artwork out that doesn't have to be on a canvas that's on a wall someplace. You could put your artwork on cups. Okay. So there's tons of ways that you can actually get that out. So I hope that's helped you out a little bit, and you can actually get that out. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Black Success Magazine, the podcast. It's Open Mic Friday or Open Line Friday. We do this every Friday where this is your time. We open up the mics for you. If you'd like to ask me a question, you've got anything you'd like to say, you let me know, and we'll put it out online. If you'd like to ask me a question and you don't have time to watch the video, a lot of people, what they do is they send me an email, and in their email, they ask a question. If you do that, just send it to blacksuccessmagazine.com, info@blacksuccessmagazine.com, and I will get it. And if we choose your email, your question, we'll read it online or on air, and we'll even give you a little shout out. So, which is cool. This next question, where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, this is a good one. I remember seeing this. When this one comes from Stacy, she's in Albany, New York. She said, "When is a good time to start saving for my kids' college? I just got married, but we plan on having at least 3 kids in the future." No, you know what, Stacy? When's a good time to start saving for your kids' college? Right now. Don't wait. Don't even wait. Okay. I think that it is probably what a great question. And there's a great insight there, foresight that you're having, that you want to start saving for your kids' college now, especially before you start getting in a lot of debt. You start buying a home, you start doing all these things. There's great opportunities out there for you to do it. You can have just a regular college savings account. There's 529 plans, there's stocks, there's all kinds of vehicles that you can use to start saving for your kids' college. College tuitions are going up all the time, and even though we're hearing through the channels, through the chatter, that the government's going to pay for your college tuition, I wouldn't bank on it. So I would say start saving up for your college degree. It's probably about $20,000-$30,000 a year for those per. So you're talking about what, $120,000 for college? That'd be great for your kids that they wouldn't have to pay for college. So definitely. So start now. What a great question. Or anything you're doing for your kids, to invest in them now, because they are definitely going to be the future. What time is it? Oh, we've got a little bit more time. And so let's get to another question while we got a chance. Black owners in pro sports are few and far between. Do you see that changing? That's Sean. He's from Camden, New Jersey. Hey, come on, Jersey, come on. So black owners in pro sports are few and far between. Do you see that changing in the future? It depends. It really does. You have a lot of very successful black entertainers, entrepreneurs. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. Entertainers, entrepreneurs that are out there that are really reinvesting their money wisely. And I see that even if they are not, are you talking about owners or are you talking about coaches? Yeah. Owners. Okay. Yeah. And I think this is the important part. Being an owner of a team, Michael Jordan is a part owner in a team and a couple of teams. They've got quite a few affluent black folks that are starting to look at sports franchises as a way to go. I think that in the future is probably going to be a better. I think that you're going to see more and more blacks try to get ownership of teams. Now, the funny thing about it is you have a lot of black players out there who are playing. And you would think that they would be thinking about this. Derek Jeter, people like that who have said, I'm coming out of sports. I've got, I'm close to being a billionaire. Let me take some of that money and reinvest it and be in sports. But you don't see a lot of black football players, basketball players, baseball players saying, you know what, I'm going to just stay in the sport. They become managers, they become coaches, but reinvesting as a partner, even as a minor partner, is probably the better way to go. I'm a firm believer in owning what you've got. Just like Byron Allen. Byron Allen, for those of you who don't know who he is, Byron Allen he was a comedian, and he got into being a producer, director, owner of a lot of content. So he owns like the Weather Channel. He owns Cars.tv. He owns a lot of TV shows. I think he owns more TV shows than anybody else in history. But the hardest thing for Byron is he wants to own the studio itself. So he wants to be like Warner Brothers. And nobody will sell. Nobody will sell him the ability He has the means. He's got the money. He's got the content to do it. But the big boys are the guys who own the studios, who own the TV stations, will not sell. And we're not talking about just a channel, because Oprah Winfrey owns a channel. She has her own channel, and anybody can get a channel. He wants to own the TV network itself, and that's a tougher nut because there's established people in there. So I believe that in the future you're going to have a lot more blacks moving into ownership of black football teams, more and more franchises, more and more really getting higher up into real big business. And I think that's yes. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. I think I've got time for one more question here too. This question. Oh, okay. Looks like we'll still be locked down for a while. I want to set up my home office, but I'm stuck. Any particular or practical tips on setting up one? This is Angela. She's from Seattle. Yeah, a great question. Home offices are going to be here to stay. There's a lot of things that happen as a result of the pandemic that are probably going to be here lingering forever. And home offices are going to be one of those. I transformed a room in my home into my home office, and so I'm well acquainted with this, and maybe I'll do an article on this too to help out folks. But in general, you need to designate a place for your home office. I would not put it in a public traffic area, which means your kitchen. That's probably not the best place. Or in your living room or something like that. It needs to be a dedicated room. So if you're blessed with a separate room that you can dedicate for your office, that is your first step. And then it's really a matter of you filling it up with the things that you need that are particular to your needs. But I would say in general, and I wish I could go into this more. As a matter of fact, I'll write an article on this and kind of outline some of the things that you're going to need. The modern day office is wholly different than what it was, let's say, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you're talking about fax machines, you're talking about several different phone lines, that kind of stuff. Today's modern home office is a wholly different thing because you're doing things like this. I mean, you're doing video conferences, you're doing webinars, you might be doing video, talking with people, having meetings, which are going to be part of the future moving forward. And so those things have changed a little bit. So you definitely want to do that. Do I have time for one more? Yes, I've got time for one more question. Okay, I think I do. All right. Thank you for that question too. That was Angela. What's about the best? And this is from Anthony's from Merced, California. What's the best site to find news on Africa? Oh my gosh, that's a good question. I don't know. There are several. I mean, I there's one site that I do all the time, and let me see if I can find it. No, because I might lose my feed if I look for it. I will put that online to tell you what site I look at for Africa. And I don't know if it's the best. It's one I look at all the time because it does have Africa news, what's going on in Africa. Africa's huge. So it's a continent, folks. So it's not just a country, it's a continent. And it has 53 countries in it. So it's huge. Africa has between 1,500 to 2,500 different languages spoken there. It's huge. So to find one specific place that talks about the entire continent might be tough. But definitely going to have websites that talk about Nigeria and for Angola and Morocco, stuff like that. South Africans. There's tons of sites that are out there that do that too. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the show today, folks. We will be back again Monday for a great show on Black Success Magazine. I've been your host, Sherman Ray. If you'd like to find out more about what we're doing, just go to our website at blacksuccessmagazine.com. If you'd like to email me, get more information on the magazine, get on our mailing list, email me at info@blacksuccessmagazine.com, and keep up with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or an Apple podcast. This has been Sherman Ray once again for Black Success Magazine. We will see you again Monday, 8:30 at Black Success Magazine. All we talk about is success 24 hours a day. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.